What is the true price of a human soul? In 1242, the slave markets of Damascus were loud and dusty. Amidst the noise stood a boy, silent, unbroken. The auctioneer shouted a price, 800 dirhams. That was the price tag put on the future sultan. They sold him cheap, cheaper than a horse. Why? Because of a defect, a white cataract on one eye. To the merchants, he was just damaged goods. He could have lowered his head in shame, but he looked them in the eye because this is the first lesson of the Nomad Stoic. The market dictates the price, but only you define the value. The Mamluk training was not just physical. It was a reconstruction of the soul. They took away his name, his family, his past. They tried to break him. Most men crumble under this pressure. They become victims. They ask, "Why is the world so cruel to me?" Baibars did not ask. He acted. He embraced the code of Furusiyya, the way of the knight. Archery, horsemanship, strategy. He realized that slavery was a crucible. The heat doesn't just burn, it hardens. He turned his chains into armor. He learned that true freedom is not roaming the steppe. True freedom is absolute mastery over your own mind. The boy died in the mud. A panther rose from it. 1260, Ain Jalut, the spring of Goliath. The Mongol Empire appeared on the horizon. They were not just an army, they were a force of nature. They had burned Baghdad to the ground. They had crushed empires. They were considered invincible. The kings of Europe and Asia were paralyzed by fear. They were ready to surrender. But fear only works on those who have something to lose. Baibars had already lost everything once. He had walked through hell. Why should he fear a demon? He used the oldest trick of the steppe, the feigned retreat. He lured the invincible army into a trap, while others prayed for mercy. The former slave charged. He broke the myth. He saved civilization, not with gold, not with luck, but with sheer will. He became sultan. The boy worth 800 dirhams sat on the throne of Egypt and Syria. He built bridges, he built mosques, he built a legacy that lasted centuries. History calls him a great warrior, but his philosophy is what matters to us today. It doesn't matter where you start. It doesn't matter if you are at the bottom, in the dark, in chains. It doesn't matter how cheap the world values you right now. You are the blacksmith of your own fate. The only chains that can hold you are in your mind. Stand up, fight, because pain creates sultans.